After finishing Dragon Quest 1, I boot out Dragon Quest 2 and play it without wasting a single minute. And oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this game. This game gets harder towards the end, but it gives me this feeling of being on an adventure like other Jrpg. I mean real classic Jrpg stuff. I've never finished Jrpgs other than Trace game before, but Trace games are Jrpg on its own league. How could I put it into words? Dragon Quest has this real Jrpg vibe to it, Yes, there are countless Jrpgs like Dragon Quest nowadays, better stories, better gameplay, and even better world building. But you know what? Dragon Quest also uses tropes you can find in every other Jrpgs. You can't help but find yourself smiling when the games end and reminiscing about the whole game you've played. Heck, I'm not a Dragon Quest fan, but after playing 2 Dragon Quest games, now I think I started to understand why Dragon Quest fans love Dragon Quest games and still loyal to this fun, little wacky and simple Jrpg. Because it is as they say, Dragon Quest games are truly charming and really does feel like home. And so, let me take you through this journey once again, as I would like to tell you about the Dragon Quest 2 experience. I am playing Dragon Quest 2 on Game Boy Color. Start the game, and as always, you have to name your character. As for me, I give him the name Aren. Crank out the message speed to the fastest again, and let's start the game. The story starts with a nice cutscene with a sword stuck in the ground, which looks like Falchion from Fire Emblem. It tells the event from the previous game where Araf, after restoring peace to the world, he set off on a journey together with the Princess Rhoda and built their country and lived happily ever after. Since then, 100 years have passed. This is the Moonbrew Castle. It is built in Rhodesia, a country located in the far southwest. There, in the castle, the king and the princess are having a conversation about peace. But their conversation is cut short from the attacks of the monster of Priest Hargon. The king hides the princess from the monster and fights the monster to protect his daughter. Then the king got killed by Hargon himself. The castle falls and only one soldier escaped barely with grave injuries. He set off to the Rhodesia castle to inform the king there about the fall of Moonbrew Castle. He did reach the castle eventually, but collapsed at the entrance of Rhodesia Castle, so the guards there gave him a lift and take him to the king. There, after informing the king, the soldier died in king's hand. The king told Aren to come downstairs after he told his son Aren it is now the time for him to set off on his journey to defeat Hargon as a Rhodos descendant and prove his worth for the crown, and to recruit 2 other Rhodos descendants who resides in Samatoria Castle and Moonbrew Castle. And with that, our adventure. The game graphically looks exactly like Dragon Quest 1. No wonder why this game has 2 versions in one game. And our character's sprite looks just like a Mega Man, with swords, and a shield, and a goggle. Oh yeah, it is a goggle. Talking to people in this castle, I found out about Diriza town. It is a town where people traveling to Samatoria Castle rest. So it is obvious that I need to go to this town, but not before visiting the shrine first. In this shrine, the old man told me about gold key and silver key, and that the silver key can be found in the west of Samatoria Castle. How does this old man knows about this? Guess we will never know. Now let's go to Diriza town. And here I got to know more about Moonbrew Castle's location. It is a bit far away for now, so I will check on it later. This game has casino where we can play games to get good items. I got 3 cents in a row and attained golden card as a reward. This gives you discount when buying equipment. Nice. There is also a man that is peeing. I scared him, so now he has piss all over his pants. Yeah, I left this game. That's all this town has to offer. So let's rest at the inn before we head off to the Samatoria Castle to recruit our first travel companion. Castle, you can try talking to Prince Kukki's sister, otherwise head straight for the throne room. There, the king told me that Prince Kukki is missing and that he went to Hero Spring. Okay. Hero Spring is located to the east of Samatoria Castle. Unlike Dragon Quest 1, however, you don't need to bring torch nor spell that gives you light anymore. After traversing through the cave, I found this wizard, who splashed water into my face and told me that Prince Kukki had just left this cave a while ago and now he is visiting Rhodesia Castle. Great. I just came here just to get my face splashed with water for no reason then. Apparently, before heroes go on journey, they come to the spring to wash themselves in spring water, and that is the custom of Russia. Good thing it has its purpose, or else I might drown in the water. With my body drenched in hero's piss, hopefully I can find Prince Kukki back at Russia castle. And he is not here. The prince indeed came to this castle, but the king told him that I went to Samatoria castle, so he went there in search of me instead. Guess I should blame you this time then. Hitting the king's word, I went to Samatoria castle, and the king there also told me that Prince Kukki hasn't arrived yet. This guy. So with that, all that left to visit is Riza town, so I'm guessing the prince got tired along the way. And there it is, the problematic prince. His status says he is a magic knife. And me? I'm a hero, of course, what else? Prince Kukki can cast spell and also attack physically, just like a red mage from Final Fantasy, and I'm all master, no magic, no nothing, just plain raw strength. And with that, Prince Kukki joins the fray to defeat the Evil Priest Hargon. Yay! We got to find another travel companion, but before that, I still need a silver key, so I'm going to go find it first. So head west of Riza town and there past the two bridge, and you will find silver key inside this lake cave. The guard will only let you through if you brought Prince Kukki along with you. Pass through the short tunnel, and now I am in another continent. Head straight south, and there it is, Moonbeta town. Moonbeta is also known as a town where people gather. Here, I got to know about the cape that can fly for a moment when jammed from high places. And this dog keeps following us for some reason. We will come back to this dog again, so remember this dog. For now, let's go see if the princess is still in Moonbrook. As you can see, Moonbrook Castle is in ruin. I can still see these fire things floating around the castle, and apparently these are the souls of the deceased ones, including the king. He told me that his daughter got turned into a dog by Hargon. Yes, it is the dog from Moonbeta. Seriously, of all animals Hargon can turn into, he chose a dog. That man has no mercy for sure. And also, I don't know why Hargon killed everyone and just turned Prince Purin into a dog. But little did he know, that dog will come and bite him in the future. Okay, now I know that the dog is a princess, but how do I turn her back into a human? Luckily, this soldier told me about Last Mirror, which can turn princess from a dog to a human, and even tell me about its location. Nice. Now let's hurry up and go find it, for the princess is waiting for me to rescue. I don't know why, but it kind of feels, kind of anticlimactic. And with that, Prince Purin joins the fray, and we are ready to go full force onward. Purin is a magic user, so she excels at spells. So we now have full party, a hero with raw brute force, good for nothing prince, and a spellcasting dog princess. Ain't no way this kind of party full of weirdos will be able to defeat Hargon, right? Well, we'll see guys, we'll see. Our next stop is at Tower of Wind. Navigate through this tower, it has lots of floor, but surely soon enough, you will get to this room and obtain wind clock. So this is the clock that can fly, huh? Let me test it out. Nope, you just fall straight to the ground. Guess I can fly here, huh? Next, we need to go to the twin tower called Dragon Horn. These two towers were once connected by a rope bridge, but not anymore. With the bridge gone, how do we get to the another side? I also find out about that Ratatomu King is missing. Surely enough, I have to jump from the tower to cross the river and enter the northern Dragon Horn Tower. In this tower, you go to the third floor and you can find Yu Yang, which we will need later in the game. Trust me, this game has so many backtracking to do already, so do as much as you can now to save travel for later. It gets much more annoying later in the game, and that almost made me quit this game. Next up, it is Rubugana, the port town. This town is here for us to get our ship. You can get it by saving this young girl from monster. Then this old man will thank us for saving his daughter and give us the ship. Head out down the waterway and enter this house. This man will tell us about his sunken treasure and he promised to give a reward for finding it. Leave the town and head east from here. We will soon be in Arefugarudo, where Dragon Quest 1 took place in. Unlike previous game, now the Kaiser marched together with the town. Talk to this stubborn guy to get more information on second treasure. The story behind second treasure is that the man that lives in Rupugana, which is our client, is a rich man, and he set sail on his boat, and because all that treasure he brought on the boat was so heavy, the ship sank. It appears the king is hiding because he is afraid of Hargon, only to find out later that the king seems to be hiding in the armor and weapon shop. Unlike Pralatomu King from Dragon Quest 1, this king is a coward. No wonder the guy selling weapon and armor is a god. You will find the second treasure here where the white dog flashes. Give it back to the client and he will give you an echo flute. This is an item that makes the sound when we enter places that are near crests. We will talk about crests just in a bit. Now it is time to visit the good old Dragon Lord Castle. The castle is a ruin from the epic fight between our hero Aref and Dragon Lord from Dragon Quest 1. Here you can find Roto's sword. Finding this early only tells you that there are way stronger swords than this, but I just kept using this near until the end of the game for the sake of roleplaying the descendant of Roto. But later in the game, the monster difficulty skyrocketed, so I got to change my sword into Thunder Sword, which is the final sword you can get near the end of the game. After attaining Roto's sword, you can meet with the Dragon Lord's great-grandson. Unlike his evil great-grandfather, if you agree to defeat Hargon, this dude will tell us a way to defeat Hargon. If you disagree, he will simply call you a narrow-minded person, like you are the one to talk. Essentially, he told us to qualify crests and attain Earth Spirit Ruby's protection to break from Hargon's illusion spell. Just how much do we have to prepare in order to fight this guy Hargon anyway, when I'm already busy with collecting stuff just to reach another town? Jumping off the tower, crossing underground tunnels to reach the next continent, turning dog into princess, playing tag with these dumbbells, sailing through the sea. What are these? My guy Aren have a heart, man. Poor guy. Now, let's start our exciting 5 crest fetch quest. Sails out from Dragon Lord Castle to reach the lighthouse. Gosh, isn't this lighthouse huge? Good luck finding your way in this absolute menace of maze. After climbing your way to the top, you will find a monster and later an old man. He tells us to follow him if we want the crest. Something feels off about this, and truthfully so, we got attacked by a group of monsters who disguise themselves as an old man, so beat them and take the crest. And with that, we get our first crest, the Star Crest. Yay! Our next stop is at Darugondaru Castle. It is a bit far, but whatever. This castle is weird. The king here is obsessed with fighting, and there are bandigas here too. The king told us to entertain him, so we go to the middle of the arena, and the big bad dog comes out from the cage and starts garu-garuing at me, so I beat the heck out of this stupid dog, and the king got amused by our stellar performance and he gave us a reward. Now we got our second crest, Moon Crest. Yay! Pretty easy so far. We got to know some info about Gold Key, and it appears we can get it from a person named Tashisun, who lives in Zahan, which is from the south of Darugondaru Castle. Sweet. On our way to Zahan, stop by this so-called flame shrine, and here you can find the Sun Crest, which is our third crest, just chilling under the tree. Zahan is a fisherman village, and it appears all men from this village are out sailing, leaving only women behind. Then you have this perfect woman who keeps saying how good it is to be living in this town where only women exist. And later I found out that all those men who set out sailing all died in a shipwreck from monsters' attack, and most of the town people are waiting for their return, not knowing the incident. Damn, that's dark. There is also a cave surrounded by corals somewhere in the ocean, but it needs more shell to open. There goes another fetch quest. Anyway, we are here for the gold key, so let's go grab that. Talking to Tachi-san's wife, she told us that her husband has died too, so how the hell are we supposed to get the gold key now? Also, we got to know Tachi-san left dog and stuff, but what am I supposed to do with that info? Disappointed, I walked off the house and I found this young kid crying because the dog barked at him. So I went ahead and teach the bad dog a lesson, because I'm a hero. The dog got scared, so it stepped away and dropped a gold key. Well, I guess not all dogs are bad after all. Sail west from the flame shrine and you will find a lone island with a tree in the middle. You can get the war tree leaf from here, which is used to revive one ally. You can only take one along with you and come back again to take another one from here, so don't be greedy. This item is mainly for making puppets. When you reach late game, you will get a revive spell called Zaoriku, but take this one for now as we're going to need it again soon enough. Continue westward and inland on the north. There you find Perupoi Town, which is a town built underground to hide from Hargon. You thought you could hide from entire town just by locking behind the door? So here's the backstory. Because it is literally just the south of Rondarukia, which is the place where Hargon is, the town is built entirely underground, so the castle of Hargon doesn't reach the town. There are 2 island shops here, which is weird, so I visit the shop and one of the shops sells Jrpg. This lady inside the inn mistake us with bellboy and ask us where the bath is. I don't know, man, but you could use the fountain right there if you want. This young man, Brooke, is the lover of this young lady from Zahan, who seems to be waiting for a lover to return from the voyage. After the ship incident, it seems he lost his memory and got adrift to Perupoi and got saved by priests from this town. I suppose they will never get to see each other again. A tragic end to the love story. And also, I found out that only a person who has evil statue can enter Rondarukia. Luckily, you can find Lagos in his cell, talk to him and he will give you the damn key. Great, now we've gathered everything necessary to go on a huge treasure hunt quest with tons of backtrackings. Hope you are excited because I'm definitely not, because this session tired the heck out of me. First, go to the Rhodesia castle to get Roto C. Yep, the root sage from Dragon Quest 1 is back, but this time it is his grandson. Of course he is also rude. Show him the Roto C and get the Roto's helmet. Down in Rhodesia's prison, be this Hargon's follower to get a bold one for our Princess Purin. Go to the Samatoria castle to get Roto C. Go to Moonbeta town to beat 2 monsters in the jail and get our 4th crest, Water Crest. One more to go. Then go all the way back to Derukondara Castle, sneak into this shop from behind and get the Kaya armor. I was actually joking, there are 2 left. Next go to Zahan town, another temple there and get the holy loom. Now we can let the old man in Beranutu town to weave water rope. Here's where I start scratching my head. This Tapa village is hard to find. I spent so much time searching for it. It even reminds me back when I don't even know where to find Sutobili city from Pokemon Emerald. I had to crack a literal ancient code to get to the city. At least that's how it feels like to me. I don't even know how I beat the game, let alone reading text too. I will never forget how cool I felt when I used dive to find a tunnel and go through it and resurface again inside the city and get the cutscene place. I even started recording the cutscene with my phone. Man, I miss those days when times were simpler. So, Beranutu town. I only found this town because of a guide, and that goes for most of the playthrough I did with this game. Then I find this old guy who can weave, right? I talked to him and he refused, so I look at the bag and see Juyang is missing. I put it in the storage after I found it back at the Northern Dragon Horn Tower. So I need to go to the storage shop to take my stuff back. But I didn't find one in this town of all places. Remember, I was binging Dragon Quest 2, so I was doing this as soon as I finished that long-winded treasure hunting. My patience has already reached its limit by this time, so I stopped playing Dragon Quest 2 for that day. I couldn't imagine going back the whole way to Samtown that had a storage shop just to get the Juyang. Then, after a few days, I looked at my video and found that I got 20 more views. I don't know why, but just for those extra 20 views, I made up my mind and picked up the game and decided to finish it. Yes, I'm a simple man. I go all the way back to get the Juyang and I return back. And I forgot to take the one item I needed and took the wrong item back with me. So I had to go all the way back again and return back. and now the old man is motivated to weave again. Thank God. I don't know what I would do to this old man if he say no again. And with that, I finally got my hard and water rope. Take your stupid rope, Purin. I swear, if you die even once again, I'm going to turn you back to dog again. Now head to the full moon tower to the south of Tapa village. Here you can find Monsha. Head back to the Derugondaru castle. Stay southwest a bit and you'll find a seafloor cave which is surrounded by corals. Use Monsha in front of the cave and the entrance will appear. Head inside and we are inside the cave which is created from volcanic eruption. Remember to use Torah Mana, a safeguard spell in this cave which can prevent you from taking damage for stepping on lava. Only you don't know when will the spell wear off, so that's a bit annoying to deal with. Head to the deepest part of the cave and there you can find the monsters worshipping Hargon. Beat them and you get Evil statue. Now it's time to head to the last town of this game, located on the southwest part of the map, Beranuru, the city of water. Imagine this place, city of water surrounded by beautiful sea and friendly citizens. I've always wanted to live in such place in fantasy worlds. But now I'm all tired, so I went to the inn to rest. After resting at the inn, Prince Kukki is nowhere to be found. I got panicked and headed to the room and found Kukki lying on his dead bed. It appears he got cursed by Hargon for some reason and told us to continue without him, and he knows he is going to die. Luckily, this lady told us that the war tree leaf has healing property that can cure curses. So I used on Kukki and he is back on his 2 feet again. I'm giving this inn 0 star for this. Although the inn is not directly responsible for the cause, it is partly the inn's fault for not keeping the place clean from curses. You can get to Rondarukia, where Hargon's temple is, by walking through this traveler's gate. Also, this man said so. I believe him, so I step inside and you find this whole mountain but nowhere to go inside. Use Evil statue in front of the mountain and you can now enter it. After all this stupid item fetching one after another, I bet our hero Aren could be yearning for some good long rest. Well, with that, we are officially in the end game now. My viewers, wish me luck, off I go to defeat the Evil Priest Hargon. Inside the cave, you can talk to this guy hiding inside the broken gravestone from Hargon. But more importantly, what I want to say is that from this grave southeast direction, you can find our 5th and final crest, Life Crest. Yay! Now we got all 5 crests, so let's head back to the spirit shrine. Head down the multiple stairs and this spirit called Rubis will give you an item called Rubis Amulet, which can break illusion spell. So let's head back to that cave to Rondarukia. You can get Rodo's armor in this cave, so now I am fully equipped with Rodo's full set. Rodo's items. Not gonna lie, it feels very satisfying to see all these names lined up in my equipment menu. And you can also find another item for my lovely dog princess Purin, a magic hat, which can reduce MP when you use spells. But where's my boy's Kukki's items? I guess I will just have to equip him with the best equipment I can find from shops then. It's unfair. Only Kukki doesn't have any exclusive items. Poor Kukki. You can also find cards items here, but I don't love using them. I have my moments in Fire Emblem where I use Demon X and kill myself. No great memories, I would say, but ever since then, I never use cards item in any games anymore. Yeah, you too, Harvest Moon. Anyway, if you want to use them, fine, but I'm a hero, so I'm not supposed to use evil stuff, yeah? Right? What do you expect? This is RPG, so I might as well roleplay myself until the end. In order to get through the cave, you need to fall down into specific pitfalls, so don't be scared when you accidentally fall down. I know I do because I've played Mystery Dungeon before and that game gave me pitfallophobia. With enough wisdom and patience, I made it through this cave. Man, I've never felt so refreshed to see snow in the games before, especially after crawling my way out of that cave full of childhood traumas. It's too late to back off now, so let's keep going. There is a shrine here and we are going to set our base here for quite a while. The monsters here are tough as hell. I die a lot in this place and it is sad to see my buddies and coffins, so I took a good chunk of time grinding here before heading to face Hargon. I'm sure Hargon can wait. How dramatic is this? training in the snow before the finale. After grinding some levels, Kukki learned Megante, which is a kind of like a suicidal bomb attack that insta-kill all enemies as well as my one Kukki. This game hasn't had enough to torture my one Kukki at all, huh? First the curse, second no exclusive item, and now a suicide attack. Really, Dragon Quest 2? Give him a break. Luckily, Purin and also Kukki can learn Saoriku, a spell used to revive one ally, so I can see a combo here and that I spam the heck out of it. I made Kukki kill himself for 1,000 times here. At this point, I'm not even sure who's more evil, Dragon Quest 2 or me. After training like a madman in the harsh and cold environment, my crew comes out strong and all buffed up. After saying final farewell to the people from the shrine, who are probably sick and tired of seeing us for 1,000 times already, we head out to the Hargon's temple for the final battle. Entering the castle, this doesn't look real right from the start, so here's how my big brain thought I was under illusion. First of all, people here are praising Hargon and worshipping it, and most importantly, people in this game call it Hargon's temple, and this definitely doesn't look like temple at all. So yeah, pretty sus. I use Ruby Amulet here and break through the illusion spell, and now we are really inside Hargon's temple. Here you get more cards items, not that I'm gonna use them. Still, the place looks so disorganized. So much for a final boss temple, heh. Well yeah, it appears we need to go farther inside to be really inside Hargon's temple. Great, so we need to stand on this cross and use Evil statue to get into the real Hargon's temple. Not sure how that works exactly, but before fighting with Hargon himself, we need to fight with 3 of his best monsters, Atorasu, Bazuzu, and Bariyaru. Hargon, unlike Dragon Lord, is just pure evil, so we just had to beat him for good. Defeating Hargon, he sacrificed himself to God of Destruction, Shido, and fight that guy too, and everything is over. Now all evil has once again perished from the surface. One of these days, some kind of evil will appear once again, but that's a story for another time. Before our hero Aren takes his eternal slumber, let's make a quick detour. Back at the Samaturia Castle, Kukki's sister now acknowledged Kukki for not being an easy-going person anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is not the same person anymore, not after dying 1,000 times using Megante anyway. The Samaturia Castle welcomes him back and also tells him to keep Aren company to his castle and bid us farewell. Next is Ratomu Castle. Talk to the king in hiding and he reveals that he has been a king all along. Yeah, I know you coward. Everything is over, so you better go back to your throne. At Dragon Castle, Dragon Lord will tell us that we are friends and he starts calling me Aren-chan and suggests me I should do the same too. No, you creep, get away from me. At Moonbrook Castle, we have a heartwarming talk with Purin and her father. Not gonna lie, I kinda felt sad in this session. Purin promised that she will reveal Moonbrook Castle and then the king passed on to the next life, and leaving everything in Purin's hand. And now let's head back to the Rhodesia Castle. The king declared that Aren will become the next king of Rhodesia Castle. Everyone rejoiced at a beautiful display of fireworks, and here ends the story of our hero Aren and the end of Dragon Quest 2. So how do I think of this game? I can definitely say I like Dragon Quest 2 more than Dragon Quest 1, and it is a good sign because I want to like newer games more than old games, and it means they are getting better and better with each game. I love collecting information in RPGs, but not so much if the info I gather are only for the game to progress, like telling where to go next or where to find that item. If possible, I would like Dragon Quest game to have NPC talking more about their life and their experience or anything actually. I want to learn more about other things other than learning more about how to progress or what to do next. What I'm trying to say is that I would really enjoy if the NPC speaks like NPCs from Crazy series. Heck, I want more games to be like train series in general. Like you can literally put hundreds of hours easily into those kind of games without you even knowing. That That is when we know we are really invested in games. Not that I'm saying I don't like Dragon Quest 2 by any means. In fact, I love this game a lot, man. And I'm not even a fan. But there is one point I want to add on that I don't like to see in RPGs. I mean, all type of RPGs, not just Dragon Quest. Finding one item after another to progress. Dragon Quest feel like a grand fetch quest for me. Like, come on, silver keys, gold key, damn key, jade key, fight crest, wing clock, evil statue, Ju Yang, like holy loom. Things just keep adding up to collect. I thought Dragon Quest 2 would be the same with Dragon Quest 2, and hell was I have never been so wrong in my entire life. That's one of the reasons why I've never finished a single Final Fantasy game, not even Final Fantasy 1. Although both games are Jrpgs, I still prefer Dragon Quest to Final Fantasy, as Dragon Quest keeps the gameplay easy, and I appreciate that I don't need to learn about new mechanics when starting a new game. You can add a few new additions to gameplay, sure, but don't change it entirely. And the best thing about playing a Dragon Quest game is that you can start the game without needing a tutorial. Maybe I'm one of the few that like simple and fast gameplay. I don't know, but one thing I'm sure is that no matter how much I find grand fetch things frustrating, I find myself getting back to Dragon Quest time and time again when I feel stressed or feel like doing nothing. So yeah, how about you guys? Did you enjoy following along the journey of Aren, Kukki and Purin? For me, it has been a great first-hand experience playing this game. I love every moment of it except for some parts, but that's nothing compared to the amount of joy I had. I'm just as excited as I have started playing Dragon Quest 1, and I can't wait to play Dragon Quest 3 next. Thank you for watching till the end, and I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead. It has been the Dragon Quest 2 experience, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye bye.